Hey you guys, Deshaun here. Let me show you what we had to eat. Had got a red Kool-Aid. You know when yeah, and I got fish basket. We came with two fish fillets and two toast and some French fries. And I don't know what that green stuff is inside that thing. I don't even know. Okay, you guys, how y'all doing? Yes, you guys. So, our friend Benny, he asked what I wanted to eat, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. So, of course, I was like, yeah, we can get something to eat or whatever. And he was like, well, where you want to go? I was like, I don't even know. I was like, I don't know. I don't know why he always asking that because I don't know. And he don't know either, you know what I'm saying? So we went to a 5-star restaurant, you guys, and let me tell my great shout out, guys, great, guys, good. Let's take a ride food by like much big, give us our daddy amen. So yes, we went to a 5-star restaurant and it was nice. It okay. We was both wearing blue. We both had on blue. So when you walked into the restaurant, it had a vibe. It was a vibe, y'all. It was dark in there. I don't like that. I don't like when restaurants are dark on the inside. I wanna see everything. So it was dark up in there, and you know it would have been a good place for back in the day for some young people, but we some adults. We some adults. You know what I'm saying? And so the music was loud. It was so loud, y'all. It was so loud. But it was some good music, you know what I'm saying? I knew the songs, you know what I'm saying? He knew the songs. And that's another thing, y'all. He can sing, y'all. Because on our way there, we was listening to some jams or whatever on our way there. And he was singing the songs, y'all. I was like, okay. Go ahead, Bennett, sing them songs. He started laughing. I was like, you can sing. And he was like, you can too. I was like, no, not really. He was like, you can sing. He said, I like the way you sing. I said, thank you. I said, I like the way you sing. He was like, you just being nice to me. I was like, no, you really can sing. So anyway, we got to the place. He ain't never been there before. I ain't never been there before. So when we got there, we walked in. Everybody was, they speak to you when you walk in and everything. I like that, but it was dark. So I like, ooh, y'all, I don't like restaurants that are dark. So it was a vibe because they had a VIP section or whatever. And then they had, the big screen TVs. I guess so. Like if it was a game or something going on, you could watch the game. There was no game going on, so it was showing a game, but yeah, it, yeah. I don't know, y'all. I wasn't paying it no mind. He wasn't paying it no mind. So it was a game on the big screen TV. So they had the menus, and we when they showed us the menus, the writing on the menus was so small, like it was made for a Barbador to see it. And that's why I told them. I said, who supposed to see this? A Barbador? And they started laughing. I was like, no, for real, how we supposed to see this menu? And they was like, we got this menu. So they showed me another menu that was behind them. I was like, we can't see that either. 'Cause, I mean, it was bigger, but I was like, nah, we can't see that either. And they was like, well, it's a menu over there. They showed a menu on the wall. I was like, y'all don't want nobody to order no food because can't nobody see none of these menus. And they was like, yeah, we know, we know. I was like, well, if you know why y'all ain't changed it, they said, well, we working on it, we working on it. I was like, uh-huh. So they was like, whatever you want, we can make it. You know what I'm saying? They was like, what you got a taste for? So he looking at me, he was like, order whatever you want. I was like, I don't know what I want because I don't know what kind of restaurant this is. And they was like, we have everything. They was like, it don't matter what you order. That's like we can make it. I was like, oh, and I'm hungry too. So y'all know me, of course. Before we went, y'all know I had ate before I went, cause y'all know how I get down. Y'all know I ate me a salad before I went because I did not know where we was gonna go. I didn't know if it was gonna be a wait or whatever. So yes, I ate me a salad before we went. I surely did. So anyways, I told them I was like, I want some fish. So that's what. Who is this? You know they know the rules. You gotta text and call me. So anyway, so I was like, I want some fish. I was like, do you have fish fillet? They was like, yeah, we got fish fillet. I said, well, I want some salmon croquettes. And I was like, you got fried salmon croquettes? And they was like, yeah, we got that. I said, what come with it? And they was like, whatever you want with it. I said, no, y'all ain't got no specials, like a meal or something. They was like, yeah. They was like, but with the salmon croquettes, they was like, it's just gonna be 2 salmon croquettes, and they was like, it's gonna have some French fries. No. They said fries. I was like, I don't want no fries. I was like, what else y'all got besides fries? I said, y'all got some vegetables. They was like, yeah, but the vegetables is separate. You got to pay for that separately. I was like, you can't have vegetables come with it. We got to have fries. They was like, yeah. They was like, if you don't want French fries, you can have some waffles. So y'all know I love me some waffles. So I was like, okay, give me some waffles. I said, what kind of waffles is it? They was like, regular waffles. I was like, listen, I don't want no burnt waffle. Don't give me no burnt waffle. They were laughing. I was like, but I'm not laughing. I'm for real. They was like, we ain't gonna burn it. So I was like, okay, give me a waffle or whatever, you know. So that's what I ordered. And then he ordered some fish and French fries and I don't know. He had fish, French fries, and it came with some bread, whatever, like what I got right now. So y'all, and like I said, the music was good. So we had, that's like, we sat down, but the music was good. So we was singing to each other and all that good stuff. And, some people was looking at us like, of course, like, who is they? What they doing? So I was like, you know these songs? And he was like, yeah, because y'all know he is an older gentleman. So I wasn't, and plus he not from here. He not from Texas. So I didn't know if he would know the songs, but he knew them, y'all. He was singing them, y'all. He was on point. So I was like, doing like this to the music, whatever. And he was like, you want to dance? I was like, yeah, if you going to dance with me. And he was like, yeah, I'll dance with you. So they played, some songs that it was for, because some of the people there was some older people, you know what I'm saying? Some older people was there. So it was music for, older people, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know the songs because I he told me who the people was that was singing the song, and I've heard of the people because I remember my grandmama, you know what I'm saying, she knew them songs, back in the day. So, he was telling me who the people was, and he was singing them or whatever. So we were dancing, he was singing, we were dancing together, and you know what I'm saying? It was fun, So the food, after we done had our little dance and everything, they was like, what y'all want to drink or whatever. And we had told them that we wanted water, right? We wanted some water. Cause me and him, we both some water drinkers. We told y'all we want some water. So they was like, do you want your water right now? I was like, I don't. I was like, I'm good right now, cause y'all know, I don't drink my drinks until after I eat or whatever. And I told him that I was like, I'm good. I don't need no water right now. And I told him like about me not having no bladder control. I told him that from the get-go, long time ago, So I reminded him, I was like, I don't want no water because, I ain't got no bladder control. And he was like, well, we'll get the waters when the food is ready. So they was like, okay. So we know we went back to, dancing and having fun and whatnot. Then we sat down and we could not talk to each other because it was so loud in there, y'all. The music was so loud. So, like, whenever we did have to say something to each other, we had to, like, get, like, really close and say it in each other's ear. And I was like, see, these people they gonna think something else, because me and him got to get real close to hear each other, you know what I'm saying? So, so I asked him, I was like, so how, this is why I whispered in his ear, I was like, so what do you think about the place so far? And he was like, it's cool. He said he liked that they have a lot of selections of food, in which they did. When I say they had a lot of food, like they were telling us different food they had and they could make, I was like, ooh, I want it all. And he was like, me too. And he was like, let's get it all. I was like, no, we're not gonna do that because we're not gonna eat all of it. He said, you not gonna eat all of it. I was like, no. I was like, we're not gonna order everything. But a lot of that food that they were saying did sound good, you know what I'm saying? And they do make smoothies, y'all. They make smoothies. And so he was like, do you want smoothies? I know you like smoothies, whatever. I was like, nah. I was like, I like my smoothies. I said, I don't drink everybody's smoothies. And he was like, you sure? I was like, yeah. So, they told us the different smoothies they had. And they told us about the different drinks they had. They had all kind of soda. And I was like, nah, we good. We don't drink no soda. I was like, what kind of water y'all have? And the waters they had, it was water that I really don't drink, you know what I'm saying? And then the waters that they were saying, it's the same waters that's at Dollar Tree. So I was like, and it wasn't y'all know water I like from Dollar Tree. It wasn't them waters. It was the regular waters at Dollar Tree. So them prices they were expensive. I was thinking in my head, I know you lying. I know y'all not charging that much for some water when we can go to Dollar Tree and get this water. So I was thinking in my head, I ain't say that, but I was thinking that. So anyway, we went, after we finished dancing, we sat down and we was talking as much as we could over the music because it was loud. And like, he was like, I like the way you dance. I was like, you like the way I dance? Y'all, let me show y'all what dances I was doing. I was doing like this. I was doing like this. He was like, I like the way you dance. He said, where you get them dances from? I was like, you ain't seen nobody do them dances before? He was like, no, I ain't never seen nobody dance like that before. I was like, oh, okay. He said, it's other people that do them dances. I said, yeah, we used to back in the day. He was like, don't nobody do them dances anymore. I was like, I don't know. I said, I ain't seen nobody do them. I said, but I still do. Oh, he was cracking up, y'all. He was cracking up. He was like, I like them dances. He was like, he said, do it again. Yeah. When I tell y'all I was doing like dances from way back in the day, from when I was younger, them the dances I was doing. And he was laughing, and he was doing them too. Like whenever I would do it, he would do it too. And I liked that about him. Like he was, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't acting bougie. He wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? He was doing it too, you know what I'm saying? So, they brought, they came, they was like, the food gonna be here in 15 minutes. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, thank you, or whatever. So, we was, they had some hand sanitizer, and I asked them, I said, can we use the hand sanitizer? And y'all know I got some hand sanitizer in my bag. But you know what I'm saying? I asked them, can we use the hand sanitizer? They was like, yeah. I was like, how much is it? they was like, it's free. I was like, are you sure? Because the prices of everything else in here is high. Are you sure the hand sanitizer free? They was like, yeah, it's free. So we used the hand sanitizer. So he was like, if you don't want to use their hand sanitizer, he was like, I got some hand sanitizer. He was like, he said he got some hand sanitizer in his vehicle or whatever. I was like, nah, you good. I was like, we can use theirs. So we use theirs. Let me eat my food. Did I say my grace? Let me eat while this food is hot. Because y'all know I like to eat my food while it's hot. This ketchup, this the kind of ketchup they had, but, nope. No, thank you. So with my salmon croquette, they gave me some syrup to go with my waffles or whatnot. But, yeah. Now that I am home, okay, this will end up happening. So we ate our food and everything. We had a good time and all that good stuff. But you know, when we finished and everything, I was ready to go because my head was hurting because that music was so loud. That music was so loud. Now back in the day, loud music didn't bother me, but now that I'm older, loud music. Look at this fish, baby. And y'all, so his food, when he was eating his food, he was like, here, try it. He let me eat some of his food, y'all. He was feeding me his food, y'all. And you know, remember he had fish. He had some fish fillets. I'm drooling. So when he let me taste his fish fillet, I was like, oh yeah, I want some of that too. But at the moment I was eating my salmon croquette. Now everybody can't make salmon croquettes, but the way they made them, they were good, y'all. They were good. Actually, after eating one of them, my head got full, and he was like, you want something else? I was like, I'm saving room for the dessert or whatever. No. He was like, what you want for dessert? And I was like, I told him, I was like, I want some, because they had like a whole bunch of different cheesecakes. I was like, I don't want none of those desserts up there that I can make myself. I said, but those different cheesecakes, I was like, I do want to try those. And he was like, okay. He was like, that's what we're going to get then. So I had got a regular cheesecake and a cheesecake brownie. Baby, let me tell you something. He wanted some pecan pie. And I was like, I like pecan pie, but I only like it around the holiday time. Y'all know around the holiday time. He was like, oh yeah, he understand. I was like, but if you want pecan pie, you can get you some pecan pie. I said, you can either eat that pecan pie or I can make you some pecan pie. He was like, you can make pecan pie? I was like, I can make everything on that menu. He was like, everything. I said, everything that's on that menu, I can make myself. And he was like, okay. He was like, well, I'm not gonna give him no pecan pie because I'm gonna wait till you around the holiday time and you make some. I said, around the holiday time. I said, that's a long time from right now. He told me, it's okay. He said, I plan on sticking around. I said, I think you're going to get tired of me before then. He was like, no, I don't think so. He was like, he said, you make me laugh and everything. And he's like, I enjoy spending time with you and whatnot. I was like, I like spending time with you too. So after we finished eating and whatnot, yeah, that cheesecake, it was a no. It the original cheesecake did not taste like cheesecake. The one with the brownie did not taste like brownie. It was a no. So we will not be eating that from there anymore. But everything else, the food was good. The fish and whatnot. He said the fries was good. So when we was done eating everything, he was like, let's go and order some more food for the family. I was like, what family? He was like, your family. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. He's like, you can get them whatever they like. He said, order it. I like that. Y'all know I like that in a gentleman. After we finish eating, if you allow me to order more food to take home to my kids, because y'all know my kids are some foodies, that means everything to me. So I ordered my girls some cheeseburgers. I was like a part of me was, I was gonna tell him, nah, don't worry about it, cause my kids done already ate or whatever. But then, he was like they can eat it the next day if they don't want it today and whatever. So we ordered them some cheeseburger basket. It came with fries and toast, I believe, or whatever. And you know, the works on the for the cheeseburger. But I didn't want them to put it on the cheeseburger. I want them to put it to the side because come on, my kids is picky. So I was like, the cheeseburgers for the girls. And he was like, but what do you want? I was like, I'm full. I was like, I don't have to get anything else to eat. He was like, you need something to eat for the next day. I was like, don't worry about it. He was like, no. He was like, what do you want to eat? He was like, order what you want to eat for tomorrow. Now listen. I was like, okay. Well, that fish that you had was real good that you fed to me. I was like, you can give me that. So that's what he ordered me was the fish fillet basket. That's why I just finished eating. I ain't want the fries, y'all. I'm gonna say the fries for the girls. And the bread, I don't know here lately. I just really ain't been wanting no fries, and I'm good on the bread. But what we're finna do, cause they asked what kind of drink you want, So to take with us, we ordered some waters to take with us, but also I was curious about because the drinks, like I know I didn't want no soda for the girls. So for the drinks, I got a lemonade because I know the girls they like lemonade, and I got a Kool-Aid. My girls don't know Kool-Aid. They don't know nothing about no Kool-Aid. I know Kool-Aid. My girls don't know Kool-Aid. So I was like, what flavor Kool-Aid y'all have? They was like, what flavor Kool-Aid you want? I was like, I want red. They was like, all right. So we finna try this, baby. Baby, we finna see we gonna see what this Kool-Aid giving. You know what I'm saying? That's what my grandson I did. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm scared. I'm scared. First of all, y'all know I didn't get no ice, cause y'all know I don't do no ice, whatever. So here we go. Yes, the air conditioner is still not working, but I ain't want no ice. Woo! Ooh, hold up. Okay. Woo! Ooh, I ain't had no Kool-Aid in a long time. It's been, woo! It's been some years, y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. It's good, y'all. It's just right. It's not, it's not bitter and it's not too sweet. It's just right. Yes. But I ain't finna drink all of it. I just wanted to taste it. The rest, I'm gonna drink my water. I can't drink all that Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? I'm full. I'm really, I'm full. But yes, y'all. So that's how it went with Benny. We went to a 5-star restaurant. The food was good. The dessert was disgusting. The the water. He liked the water that they had. Like they had water that came in cups like this. No, y'all know I don't drink no water out of no cup like this. But the bottled water, he liked it. Yeah, y'all know what kind of bottled water I like. They didn't have the kind I like, so we'll be going there again. Yes, yes. We both agreed that we would definitely save that as one of our restaurants that we like, and we would definitely go again and order something else on the menu. Uh, what will I get next time I go? I don't even know because they had so much food to pick from. But it won't be no fish, even though the fish was good. I mean, what I might do, I might order something else, and then when we get ready to leave, order some fish to go. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We gotta see. But so y'all know how I am about restaurants. We won't be able to go back to that restaurant, even though we're gonna order something totally different. We won't be able to go back to that restaurant until at least next year. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, will he still be around by next year? I mean, he said he in it for the long run. That's what he said. He think he like me. He don't know me. He don't know me. I don't know what this was. I'm not gonna try this. I do know what this is. She had told me. She said it was some tartar sauce, and y'all know I know I don't do tartar sauce. But yeah, so yeah, I enjoyed myself. He said, this is what he said. He was like, I can't wait to see where we go next. He was like, we should bring the whole family next time. I don't know about that. I don't, cause he done met my family. He done met my family and everything, and then they cool with him and everything. But I like spending time with just him and us eating the food and enjoying each other's company and whatnot. And we do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can go somewhere for the kids to. I don't know. No, I like it just being me and him, me and the kids. We always go places together. This is adult time. Let it just be us for now. You know what I'm saying? If he is still in here for the long run, yes, eventually we are gonna be doing stuff as a family. But right now, no, it's just us. Y'all, it's just us. I like it like that. So can y'all believe I had used this hot sauce right here, the Texas Pete hot sauce? What? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I use that hot sauce. Yeah. I mean, y'all know I got my favorite hot sauce, but I ain't gonna put that on there. So yes, I did enjoy myself. I did. Give me an idea of what we can do next. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's going to have to include food. Of course, it's going to have to include food. But he already asked me what I want to do, and I don't know. I don't know. And he don't know either. You know what I'm saying? He not from here. I am from here, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I know, y'all know I can't be in no heat, so we can't do nothing outside in the heat, you know what I mean? Speaking of, I gotta tell y'all, okay, I ain't finna confuse y'all. It's not him, it's not him. It's somebody else. I don't want to confuse y'all. But yes, y'all, make sure y'all thumbs up the video if you're a foodie like I am and you like trying and tasting new foods. Like I do, I'm drooling. OMG, y'all. Yeah, I gotta tell y'all. I'll tell y'all. Not right now, I'll let y'all go. Thanks for watching, you guys. Be blessed.